We often talk about audience engagement, interactivity. What if we designed a program where we built that into the show? You know, where we're not performing at an audience, but we're performing with an audience. And what would that feel like, and what would that do, and what kind of opportunities would that open for us? Prior to the COVID situation that we have all gone through, it was going to be our 2020 production. We felt grounded enough to say, hey, let's explore this. And in the stop-halt of that situation, it only exacerbated that concept of how important that moment is, that moment of being out in front of the audience and the energy that the performer and the audience create in that space. It's precious, it's fleeting, and it caused us to look at what we had already done and give a more immediate emotional context to it, that 15 minutes of us in the space together is precious, and it's unique for every single environment that we go in.
It's definitely been interesting writing a show both like 2 years ago and also editing it now and putting it on the field now, and just how everyone's, you know, even individual design choices have maybe evolved in those past couple of years, and we're able to make some more informed decisions and work with the current cast a little bit better than we were able to a couple years ago. So it's been interesting having this much time just to develop a single show.
I think it starts with teaching shapes and thinking about each piece individually and then going back to show them how it works together and how the music correlates with the emotion, with the drill, and all of those other type of design qualities that we want to convey to our audiences. And I think that watching the drill and listening to the music is really where I start. And when I get to the field, it's really feeding off of the membership. What are they passionate about? What excites them? And that's really what the activity is about. Once we find something that the students are excited about, that in turn makes us excited, that then makes the audience excited, and it's just so on and so on from there. So I think that's the most important part of the process to me, is find something exciting, find something different, find something that utilizes all of these tools that I've been given by the design team, and really creating something that it's right here and it's right now.
The connection of the audience and the performer is the fabric of our activity. And so, you know, fabric starts to think about a certain thing. Fabric can be exciting, it can be soft, it can be rigid, it can be tight, it can be curved, it can be sharp. And it's always malleable. Then you also think about the student experience and the efficiency of, you know, do we have to have another truck for 85 giant props, or can we fold up this fabric and, you know, something that can create wide scale effect and this versatility in terms of its choreographic potential, but also folds up really nice and doesn't take up much space on the truck. You know, this woven idea of time, and in the larger scope of time where moment is one small speck, this sort of timepiece, fabric, infinite moving thing moves through the whole space of the show and connects us from idea to idea. Well, they show up if there's no competition, and I saw audiences on their feet for every single group last summer, loving them with their praise and their energy. And obviously me thinking about, okay, you know, how do we continue to let them feel a part of that in terms of our own concept this summer? I know that the challenge is always worth it. I think what we do as an activity is so special, and I'm glad that we're all able to go out and travel and bring it to audiences around the country. It's problem solving together, sharing with other organizations, hey, what can we do? How can we come together to keep our activity thriving and alive? But just to be back in that presence again, students who love what we do, that feel so validated in that moment by sharing that experience with the audience. But we have to do what we can to keep it rolling. So I wish everybody luck this summer as we get on the road and helping each other along, and, you know, bringing the shows to the fans and seeing everyone in Indy.